What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Football Capital. And boys, we've got some breaking news. Not really breaking news, but we've all seen the news. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has been sacked by Manchester United. Seba, your favourite word? It's been mutual agreement, you know?
They shook hands, both thought it was the right thing to do.
Right thing to do, right?
Not a month ago. Not a month ago, just now.
Yeah, look. Boys, I just wanted to get your thoughts. I know we did an Insta Live last night, speaking about the topic. But Seb, I'll jump over to you, man. Look, the results, especially against Watford, and we'll touch a bit about that game as well. Before we get into what we think or who we think the next manager should be. But look, Watford, after the international break, bro, I mean, I don't know what your thoughts were. We barely touched the ball against City, and now we're coming in. You let him manage this game where you could have maybe changed the manager. We've seen the likes of Villa, Norwich, teams like that. Norwich fighting relegation, only one win all season, and they sack their manager and instantly get a full-time replacement. None of this interim business, a full-time replacement instantly. I know the caliber of clubs is different, but
it should be easier for us to get a full-time manager than Norwich.
Exactly right. Yeah, exactly right. Because now Dean Smith has to try to get him out of relegation. You know, it's probably a bigger job than I wouldn't. Maybe we'll say a bigger job than United, but still, for his situation to go from.
We touched on it last night, right? My thoughts around Man United is you have to get the right person. That's the problem with Man United. Whereas, you know, you couldn't any of the managers that just took over all the other clubs, you wouldn't put them at Manchester United. That's the problem.
Yeah, but I'm not saying in terms of getting them guys in. I'm just saying the way that their clubs moved and had a plan to go forward.
Yeah. I just think it's easier for those clubs to find someone than it is for us.
It's like the stature like clouds the judgment of the club, of our club. It's like they overthink these things, and not just that, we also tend to rush into decisions, which, you know, it goes both ways. They either take too long or they do something way too quickly, aka giving Solskjaer a full-time contract when he was the interim manager.
Because we don't have football people at the top.
Yeah.
Right? Look, we'll get onto them guys soon, because they're my favourite guys to get onto, the guys upstairs, you know what I mean? But let's quickly touch on the game. Boys, we know we needed to bounce back. And guys, we're going to do a full Premier League review as well, so make sure you go check that one out. But we are going to just do the Watford and the sacking on this episode here. But boys, the Watford game, you expected the boys to come and bounce back. I mean, look, Ronaldo, Bruno, players like that who missed out on qualification for the World Cup. I mean, disappointing. They should be G'd up to cut. Yeah, they've got something to prove now because of their performances, right? And then we have Watford. I mean, it's a couple minutes in. Bruno air swinging it somewhere. McTominay gives away a penalty. What's going on?
That was wild. De Gea saves twice.
Same
way. Like he was up for it. I don't know what the hell was up with everybody else.
You know what it looks like to me is that these players aren't looking forward to game day anymore because there's just too much to lose. There's too much at stake every single game, and
pressure.
There's too much pressure every game to them. First of all, their manager's job's on the line, whether they want him gone or not, doesn't matter. There's still so much to play for every single week, and it gets the better of them. As one of my friends said, United are scared to get into a proper arm wrestle.
We almost, even as fans, seem defeated before the game. Like it's since and I know Boyd just said it many times, since the Liverpool result, it hasn't felt the same. For us
well, personally,
it's been longer than that for me.
Personally, I've completely checked out. Especially after that Liverpool game, completely emotionally, checked out of United. We beat Spurs 3-0. None of the goals couldn't celebrate. Atalanta last minute. The difference when we scored the winner against Villarreal and the save at West Ham the last minute, video calls were happening. You know, we were enjoying that moment, right? Yeah. Where after the. Maybe even after the Leicester, to be fair, even after the Leicester game, it was just like, let's roll with the punches, because even though we have hope and we go into games thinking, it's a rivalry, it's a derby, form goes out the window. It wasn't the case. And we kind of just rolled on with the punches. We knew, in our hearts, we kind of knew what was going to happen. But
we knew that was the best we were going to get.
But that's right, yeah.
Like we knew what the new standard was going to be moving forward since that, because it was either we prove a point, go out there, play really well, prove a point that we're still Man United and we're still a top club, or it was Ollie still can't get the best out of these players. Not that he's not a good manager, but he just couldn't get the best out of these guys, and it was just a matter of time until it ended, which has now happened.
I really thought that he was going to buy himself another month on the weekend. You know, I didn't see
the cryptocurrency didn't clear, bro. Like the Dow Jones dropped.
It's so bizarre, man. Like we got 4 put past us by like
the team that's getting relegated.
To say an average team is being nice,
and that, do you know what? It happens every season. Yeah, every season. Or look, let's just look at Ollie's reign. Last season, West Brom beat us, Bournemouth beat us, and who's the other team that went down? Fulham. Did we drop points to Fulham? Maybe a 0 at the end. Cavani's goal. That was 1-0. Yeah. The halfway goal. That was the one. That was the 1-0. Yep. So we drop points to every team getting relegated, and it happens every single season. Like Sheffield, remember Sheffield United? That got done by them as well.
You can accept the loss here and there, like it's part of football, but like there's no sign of this team being able to actually play the game properly. That's the thing for me.
Yeah, I get that, and you know me, always go for the players first before I go for the manager and or the backroom staff and all that.
You know what? It's fair. I didn't used to have that view, Borch. I never had that view before, but after spending a lot of time talking to you about it, I was more on the players on the weekend than I was on Ollie. Like I was actually like, at some point you actually have to give a shit. Like,
But don't you think that
get in there?
There's confidence goes missing when you feel like the manager isn't giving your guys the right instructions or at least an idea.
Yeah, I get. All right, when it comes to tactics, and you can see. For example, there's times where Pogba has the ball. There's times when Bruno has the ball and there's no movement around him. And you can tell, like you saw this game, Ronaldo, he's dropped in almost the 10 role, right? And he's telling the players to calm down, settle. So
keep the ball.
So when it comes to the tactics, that's when we look at Ollie and what are you telling what are you telling the players, right? But for me, it's like when it comes down to like Maguire's red card, right? The same thing with Pogba. Your second touch is a tackle.
Yeah.
What are we doing here? That's got nothing to do with tactics. When remember that game? Was it against Villa where we were laughing about the Wan-Bissaka, but Fred gave him that wicked ball.
Yep.
And you're just there. There's no pressure. No one's on you. Just make the pass.
Yeah.
It's the simple things like that it's got nothing really to do with tactics or structure. It's about making the pass. It's about when Pogba has. Where he can play someone in front of him, he's trying to hold off 4 players and then turn this way and then he loses the ball. Yep. Or like the Everton game where make the foul, Fred, don't concede the goal. And it happened against Watford. We had a corner and they're attacking us. There's no one there to bring him down. Like that, just the players themselves, do your job. Just do your job, and then everything else, when it comes to the tactical side of things, that's when you can start putting it together. And you never know. Maybe behind the scenes, Ollie is telling him, this is how we're playing. This is what I want you guys to do. But they can't do it. And we're going to find out now when the new actual manager or new interim comes in, and then at the start of next season when whoever the full-time manager is.
Can we just get clarification on that? Is that actually what we're doing?
Was it going to be a whole the rest of the season?
I'm hearing they have someone in mind, which is the candidates. Well, they want Zidane, but Zidane is not really interested. But they're trying
the rest of this season, we're going to have an interim for the rest of this season. We're not just going to have Carrick and Fletcher do what they do. So we're going to have Carrick, Fletcher, then we're going to have an interim, and then we're going to appoint somebody full time. Yeah, that's okay. that in itself, that's where you should end the show right there, because that's just a joke.
Bro,
I was get worse, people.
Let me tell you, no. Let me tell you. But I was I posted up on the Insta story. I said it a month or so ago, more than a month ago. I said, this is what's going to happen. They're going to sack Ollie. They're going to have no one ready, and then Carrick is going to be on the sideline.
I don't mind that if you're looking for the next manager, but not if you're going to then appoint an interim then get a manager.
The thing is with that, right?
What are you going to do for the rest of the season?
Yeah, but this is the thing is, right, the reason why they're looking for another interim is because if you look at their top targets, as in Pochettino, Ten Hag, they're not leaving their current clubs.
Gerrard wasn't leaving Rangers.
What's that?
Gerrard wasn't leaving Rangers. He's
Yeah,
at
but
Villa now.
I think it's different because with Pochettino, you got a chance to get yourself a trophy. It's a tap in with PSG to win the league. With them players, where you got Messi in your squad, very possible to win the Champions League with PSG. Trophies in France, it's a tap in. For your CV as a manager, you're halfway there, pretty much, almost halfway there. Get the titles. Why would you now leave PSG, which you're guaranteed to win the league? Or 95%
They did
chance
last season, man, and then he could go the other way.
Yeah,
he
but
could have a disaster season.
okay, but in
I
theory,
think it's
but
more likely.
more likely. In theory, there's a 95% chance, especially now where they're a bit they haven't lost a game in the league. I don't think
They lost the first game of the season actually, but yeah.
But yeah, it's a tap in to win the league.
Yeah.
Ten Hag, he respects Ajax too much to just leave him hanging for the rest of the season. He's top of the group in the Champions League. They pumped Dortmund 4-0 and 4-1 in both games. So he's doing well. He's keen to come, but at the end of the season. So with the interim role, what I want to get someone like Ralph Rangnick in, who can come in and be the interim, which I think he's happy to do, but only if you put him as the director of football when someone like Ten Hag comes in. That's my opinion. That's the only reason they're putting an interim in after Carrick, because no one wants to come to the job right now. They can't. They're trying to force Zidane to come. And then again, it's that panic buy we always do in the transfer window.
Yeah. But if you know it's a panic buy for the next 6 months, then just go do it so we can get over and done with. Our season's still alive, in a sense, from a top 4 Champions League.
Yeah, from that point of view,
we've still got something. We've still got.
But to me, it seems like with this direction that Butcher you believe might be going in.
Well, that's the kind of reports as what the plan is.
That to me seems like we're all just expected. We're all expected to just wait till next season. No, we'll just wait till next season now. And we're so early in the.
But the thing is, if you get in someone like Ralph Rangnick, he can take us to top 4. He can take us to a possible Champions League semi-final, and he can get the structure and the team ready. If you appoint Ten Hag.
But he's the only guy, right? He's the only guy in this scenario.
That's just me personally. I'm not saying he's the right guy to come in and is going to change the world. But I just think
we agree with his philosophy.
I personally do,
and
yes.
If that's the plan, but he's the only guy, right? Off the top of my head, I can't think of anybody else you could sort of tag team with.
Well, but that's the thing. There's conversations of Rodgers coming, right? But then why is he going to leave? Why is he going to leave at Leicester to come United for 6 months? It's ridiculous. And plus, I'm not having it with Rodgers.
Yeah, me too.
I do not want this guy.
I don't believe he would take the job just for the interim. I don't think so. Unless he has it in his mind to kind of change their mind and then get that full time.
Yeah, but then it's an Ole situation all over again.
100%.
No Rodgers.
100%.
No Pochettino for me.
Thank God.
No Mancini. Rodgers, Mancini, just simply for the fact that they've managed our rivals.
And they won. Rodgers not so much, but Mancini won the league. Yeah, but in terms of winning trophies, Mancini.
I don't care about winning trophies or not.
I'd rather a trophy-winning manager from the rivals than one that didn't win trophies.
No way. But I'll never want Klopp or Pep. Never in my club.
No,
I don't want them either.
Not those two. But anyway, there's options out there. But Poch, for example, had a good starting 11 at Spurs for a while and couldn't win anything. So what does that tell you?
Yeah,
he's not going to win the Premier League if he comes.
The thing is, for me, with Poch, like just some of the comments that he made around when he kind of was in the Champions League final, maybe after that, he's like, winning trophies is for egos or something like that. He made a comment like that.
Ole made the same sort of comment today in his interview. He made a similar comment around it's not always about winning trophies. He actually said that in his interview, his exit interview, or whatever you want to call it. He actually said sometimes you just got to look at the bigger picture. Part of the bigger picture is winning trophies.
Yeah, 100%. I agree with you that, but also I think
the only picture we should have at this point.
Yeah, but I also think
Imagine being Man United manager and saying it's not about winning trophies. That should be your mandate, number one.
Yeah, I think this is a little bit of a cop out.
I think he was right to say that at the start of his tenure, not at the end of it.
Yeah.
No, I just think it's a little bit of a cop out, that comment for him. But we kind of all know what his job was, and personally for me, I think he's done a good job bringing these players in, kind of changed the culture around everything that happened when the back end of Mourinho.
Yep.
I think the club is kind of happy, and to be honest, I personally don't think the players down-tooled. It doesn't look like you saw
It doesn't
Bruno.
look that way.
It could be all PR. It could be all just like, no, believe the manager.
I don't think so. If you saw Bruno,
that's what I'm saying. If you saw Bruno's actions after the game,
he had a really good relationship with the manager, and that speaks volumes about Ole, right? Because as far as I'm concerned, Bruno was probably the best thing that happened to Manchester United in the last couple of seasons, and for him to be that lead and to say that about Ole is massive. You know what I mean? That's what you want to see. But all in all, I think as United fans, we're happy with what Ole has accomplished in terms of changing the culture, getting the squad to what it is.
Yes,
we're just disappointed at the fact that, and I'm actually disappointed for him that he never lifted a trophy.
Yeah.
And the thing is for me, and I told you, Kev, this is like 2019. We had this conversation about Ole in, Ole out, and all that. And I said even back then, I think Ole might not win us trophies, but he's going to get the squad ready for the next guy to come in. But now they need to make sure they get the right guy in, because with this team that we have on paper,
it's not a rebuild anymore.
Not so much, no. But it's not so much of a rebuild. There is still maybe to get one or two. Technically, well,
bro,
we're normal.
We're 1 or 2 off.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. Like it's normal. Every year
every team
it's
does
transfer window. 1 or 2 players in, 1 or 2 or 3 players out.
And I believe that we've got a practically new signing in Donny van der Beek now, about to finally start playing, right?
after 10 years.
Hopefully he stays.
Oh, he'll stay now.
Right.
Because I do believe, look, like he's always shown his professionalism, and he's not just professionalism, but like his actual excitement, his passion for the club too. Bro, he's got the shits all game, but we score and he's going off. He's losing his mind.
Bro, it's funny how
who scored his last goal?
Ollie's last goal is by the guy that you didn't want to play.
Bro, you'd argue he'd be man of the match as well for us that game. In the 45.
And bro, come on. Yeah. Sancho comes on, plays on the right. Look at the ball he gives for the goal. That's what we've been missing. Give the ball to Ronaldo. Ronaldo could have gone for goal there. But he's seen Van der Beek. He's gave him a header down. He goes, you take the goal.
Yeah.
He could have done it himself, Ronaldo there. Easy header for him. It's a fucking tap in. But he decided, you know what? Play it safe. Bang. Van der Beek, your goal. Do you know what I'm saying?
What about his ball to Ronaldo when he slipped for the one-on-one?
Yeah,
man, beautiful.
Yeah, that's right.
And bro,
that's
signs
right.
of life. Like there's something there. It's just
unlock it.
And this is the thing that kind of confuses me so much. Is Ole? We know he loves the club. We know that it meant the world to him, and that he wanted us to succeed. It's just how could he get it so blatantly wrong so many times? Trust like the things that he'd say. It just doesn't add up with who the guy is.
We don't know if he's going to be a superstar, but he came from a club that arguably was in the Champions League final, and he performed really well at that club, and then you sat him down on the bench for a year and a half and not give him the opportunity.
Not the chance.
That's the problem.
Not a chance.
That's the problem with the whole Donny situation.
I don't know. Before the game against Watford, I don't know what the stats are now, but Danny James has played more minutes for United this season than Donny. And he left at the
start in the window. In the
first window, back in the transfer window.
And that's a player he sold.
And that's the thing with Ole. You know what he's gonna do? Yeah, Ole's gonna look back at his time at United, and he's gonna regret a lot of things. He's gonna go, I regret not playing Donny. I regret not getting bro. We saw Tuchel straight away. I didn't spend 100 million to have my striker sit on the bench. 75 million, the guy you've been chasing for 2 years. And you've kept him on the bench, you're giving him 5 minutes here, 10 minutes here. All right, I understand to an extent that you're playing him out on the left because Rashford was out. I understand that. But then when Rashford came back in, you're still playing him on the left and Greenwood out on the right when Greenwood hasn't been performing well. So it's a lot of the things he's going to look back and he's going to regret. And unfortunately for him, playing that McFred, you've died on your own sword here.
Yeah,
at least if you gave it a go, at least if you changed it up. If Maguire, you didn't have to rush him back, put Bailly there. And if it doesn't work out, we can all say, do you know what? He tried. It's the actual players that are not good enough.
Yep. The
The players are letting him down. But now even though the players are in fault a little bit, we can't really say that clearly, be like, you know what? It was the players because Ole tried that. Ole put Sancho on the right and he hasn't performed. That's why maybe he's putting him on the left. He's given Ronaldo a chance. He's not scoring. He's put Cavani in. He didn't do them subs. McFred has been playing every single time. If it was Matic played now and it was horrible.
Last game,
It was one of his worst games I've seen Matic play.
And the argument is, if he was successful, we'd be like, cool, Ole, you made a decision, you're successful, you're getting results, all good, continue.
You can't argue.
But you can see that it's not working, and that's the frustration.
Do you guys think he would have got sacked if he ended up 2-1?
Yeah.
Do you
I
think?
don't know, man. I honestly don't know what these guys are thinking.
I think he would have had to
I don't know.
regardless. I don't think it's the 4-1. I think it's just the loss to Watford on top of what we've been going through.
I think 4-1 just sealed it completely.
4-1 was just
like everyone knew.
Yeah.
Like,
And like the fact that Watford are apologizing for the goals, like that's a bit embarrassing, bro. Like they're apologizing.
Take pity on
like,
us.
Like Sarr missed
And-
the penalty, and he's saying sorry that he missed the penalty, but I've scored. But I'm like come on, bro. Like against
dude, it would have been 5-1 if he scored the penalty. It would have been. That's how bad
bro
this performance
and you,
was.
City felt sorry for us. Liverpool felt sorry for us.
Yeah, well, Liverpool had mercy on us. Then City had mercy on us. Leicester touched us up.
What are we even talking about, bro? I can't
Can you
we're
believe
talking
this is
about
Manchester
us.
United
I
we're
know.
talking about?
I know.
This is not even and again, like I got to admit, watching the exit interview, like I did get a little bit taken back because it was something that we didn't want to really see happen to a club legend. But at the end of the day, he's always welcome at Old Trafford, and hopefully we see him around the place again. And it is what it is.
Cleaning the boots, saying.
Well,
But look, before we wrap this up, guys, we'll try to keep it as short as we can. Seb, if you can choose the next guy to come in, I mean, I know it's hard. I know we've been sitting here saying we don't even know who the right guy is. But if you could choose, if you think there's a guy that's going to maybe turn our fortunes around, maybe this season, give me an interim that you think that someone's going to be interim, or even just the full time guy now.
Like, I'd prefer to skip an interim because we're going to develop a style of play and then have to change it soon. You know what I mean? And these guys don't adapt very well, as we can see. So that'll be a problem. Look, I don't have anyone specific, man. There's no one out
hard,
there.
bro.
There's no one out there for me that like is Man United. I want someone who's going to instill a champions mentality, like a die to win mentality, because these guys don't have it at the moment. Maybe Ronaldo, but he's not really killing
Player
himself to
manager.
win at the same time.
Player manager.
Yeah, no way.
Hey,
we just-
on the sideline.
We need to fix the mental side of
Sue
things.
time.
We need to fix
Sue
the mental
time.
side of things. These guys need a new mindset. Something they need to be obsessed, like obsessed.
Yeah.
You know.
Big
And
mindset. Yeah,
because
you're
for me, that's what Alex Ferguson's greatest asset was keeping these guys in a state of mind where there is no chance we're going to lose. You know.
Yep.
And that's it.
You've already won the mental game,
That's right.
and you go.
right.
out
But
there.
100%, we were like Rio Ferdinand said it so many times that they were winning games in the tunnel.
Yeah,
Because other teams are looking at them and like, we've lost already. But Kev, who would be your guy, bro? Who would be your guy?
I'm with you. I'm with Seba. Like, I don't have anyone. Like, I know the whole Ten Hag,
Ralph Rangnick.
yeah, that whole situation. That would be ideal if
That would
we're
be-
going to go with
I
the
think,
interim
yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
But in saying that, dude, all I'm going to say, or my opinion, and it's not going to reach these people, but for everybody out there, all the ex-players, just fuck off for a second.
Yeah.
Like let it go. Rio, Gary, all these people, all these pundits, stay away. And let's just make a decision for what's best. Somebody will work it out. But you guys I think the whole influence of the Ole at the wheel and all that kind of stuff, I think
All
that
these
actually
fun
built
jingles,
momentum.
bro.
It built momentum to a point, Ole, at a point where I remember at the time he hadn't quite cemented top four and he hadn't won. I think it was FA Cup we were going for. And I was like, he's got to win. He's got to either win the cup or finish top four to get the permanent gig.
Yeah.
But they gave him the permanent gig
Yeah, you're
before
right,
all
yeah.
that happened. And I'm like, okay,
They
well,
rushed the decision.
in hindsight, still a good appointment because he's got us to where he is, and I respect him for that, and thanks for that. But all the pundits, man, just stay out of it and let us just try and work it out.
I think like, to be fair, after winning the game against PSG, I think the moment with the whole Ollie's at the wheel, give him the contract with what Ferdinand's been clipped up to say, that's all just in the moment, and you can understand
Yeah.
as a United fan, man, you can take that how you want it. With Neville, he's come out now and he said, I don't want to see ex-players come in. He
Perfect.
just
Okay,
said
you
it on
keep
Sky.
talking.
He just said it on Sky. He
Unless
goes,
they
I
offer
don't
me the
want.
job.
I don't keep talking, but he doesn't want ex players to be nowhere near it. Exactly what you just said. He probably Neville
Let the
exactly said
minds
that.
work, not the.
That's right. But yeah, look, for me, I want to see Ralph Rangnick in because, like you were saying, with the changing philosophies, there's not much of a philosophy change when it's Ralph Rangnick. But you got to get Ten Hag in at the end and at the start of next season, and then but you must put Ralph Rangnick in the football director of football position, and bro, get the trio, get Van der Sar in. Make him the CEO. Let the football brains make the footballing decisions. Let the bankers do all the banking side, the marketing side of things. just fuck right off from the football side. You'll make more money. You'll win more trophies. You'll win over more supporters.
You'll be more successful.
You'll be more, overall, and we know what Man United, a powerhouse in the world they are. I mean, once they start bouncing back, we're going to be the Man United of old. But you must win trophies, and they need to appoint the right person. That's for me, bro. And I think they need to make that decision. I don't want to see no fucking Brendan Rodgers coming in. Bro. Don't give me Zidane for 6 months for no reason. Like, what's the point? Just let him stay on holidays. Let him enjoy himself, and then give him the France job when it comes available. But
that's it,
guys. Look, we'll leave it there. I know we'll speak a bit more about this. In the next couple of weeks, at the moment, Carrick is in charge till we get someone else. But
we got this weekend?
Michael's at the wheel.
We got Chelsea. Well, Carrick.
Oh, we got midweek as well.
Yeah, we got Champions League.
Villarreal.
Okay.
There you go.
We'll see.
Whatever.
We'll get a 19-game winning streak going, and then
sign Carrick up. Yeah. In a midfield.
And then in 3 years' time, we'll be doing this podcast again.
Matt Carrick in the midfield. But yeah, look, guys, let us know what you think about the whole situation. Just a quick little brief chat about our manager. Ole is no longer at the wheel. Unfortunately, it just didn't work out. But it is what it is. I think we just got to move on. We got to move on. Wish Ole all the best, and thank you for what he's accomplished in terms of the rebuild and
for mutually agreeing to
leave. Yeah, for walking out. But yeah, guys, like always, just like, share, subscribe. Like always, get your thoughts in the comments, and we'll see you on the next one.